1 2 1 2. So it reminds me of when I used to like in the breakdancing days. I'd be like 1 2 1 2. Is this on? Okay. Welcome, everybody. How many people? Just curious. How many people have experience with? How many people are like investors in this space? I just want to be. I'm curious, like who's here? Investor. Hey. Cool. Oh, cool. And how many of you? How many people are like actively like when people come up to you and they go like, "You're in crypto. I'm really into it, but what do I do? Like, how do I get involved?" Which is a conversation I have pretty much every day. So it's like people are super excited and they're just interested, but they have no idea what to do. So that is where we come to TokenAI. So I personally see a convergence of blockchain and artificial intelligence. And so the question was, how do you take advantage of these two things? A, blockchain, because it's incredibly public. The information, the data is there, this incredible data source, and it's public information. And that data source ultimately can be utilized to improve the quality of your investments. So a little bit about this, we just kind of saw, look, all the stuff that's being traded on a regular basis, but most people look at that and they go, there's way too much stuff for me to know what to do. So it's kind of we're at an interesting moment where you have all of this movement of value going on, but still it's only being utilized by a very small group of people. So, 2,050 different currencies, exchanges. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. But ultimately, we love crypto. So if you love crypto and you want to help other people get involved, that is really the problem we're attempting to solve. So if you remove, first of all, let's come back to kind of just, here's all this data, how do I use it? We want to make it as simple as possible. The goal is to onboard. How many people can we get to actually use crypto? So part of it is getting people to be comfortable with the material, and part of that is developing an AI that makes trading simple. How can I help somebody make, just like, I want exposure to the idea, but I don't want to be in all the emotional baggage of it all. So we put together a team, very diverse team. Come from like big business stuff. I come from the film industry in my background, over 2,000 different projects that I've produced and directed over the years. But one of the things that has taught me is how to put working teams together to create a vision. Right? Because basically every film is, from start to finish, is a new business. So like in a similar way, like I look at blockchain and AI in general, I'm like, who are the best people that I know that I can put together to work towards a vision? So, our AI specialist, one of the top 10 in the country, sits in the background like a good AI person should be, just kind of sitting there and being like, please leave me alone. And, and I get it, man. I get it. Like, I would prefer not to be up on stage, but whatever. So Ilana is an incredible programmer. She has worked on the front ends of all these different productions and projects, and currently working for Edmunds and creating these really strong front ends that make it easy for people to come on board, which I feel ultimately, if we all want to catch the next wave, everybody's like, when's that bull run coming? It's coming because people get involved in the space and we reduce the barrier to entry. So team members, freaking amazing team members who are putting together, really geeky and profound at what they do, but have just been pulling in different directions. So I also, by the way, was anybody here involved in MT Gox? I'm just curious. So I'm an OG. Like, I bought crypto early on, 2011, lost everything in empty Gox. So it was really exciting. And before I wanted to, like jump off a bridge, I ran into a friend of mine, and he was like, no, man, don't do it. Come back off the edge because you're an OG. Like, you've been through it. So all of the team is experienced. We're all adults in different ways, and I have had all my stuff ripped off at different times. So security is very much a part of what we're doing, right? It's not a hypothetical, it's not like, oh, well, no, we did a security audit on our smart contract that actually found flaws in pre-existing massive projects. Like, I'm always thinking about how do we keep you secure and safe. Also, I'm personally interested in like easy to use. So ultimately it will be, right now it's a responsive app, but it'll be on your phone. And again, I want it so my mom can use it. That's like the big deal. And she does, by the way. My mom crazy. So ultimately, we have a functional advice platform right now, so you can go on and you can get advice. We have we're official SEC Internet Advisors, because the other thing about this space, in order for it to be adopted, is ultimately regulation as part of that. And we just accepted that. It's just like, it is what it is. So phase 2, we're going to get to automated trading. I believe ultimately, if you want to make money in this space, having ridden the dragon many, many times, and been on both sides of that fire-eating dragon, ultimately it's a long-term view. So I think more like a value investor, and so we're creating a platform that's thinking more over time, like not about timing the trades, but thinking reducing the risk and staying in it for longer periods of time. Our horizon is 2 to 5 years. I mean, I think in 10-year intervals. But I want people to really be able to get exposure, reduce what's called beta, but risk, and just allow them to set it and forget it so you can focus on the stuff that matters to you. And that ultimately is the thing. So down the road, automated trading, and then blockchain using Catapult, which is a way to actually put your assets forward. But if you make a mistake, it's not like you lose everything forever. There are some really cool systems in place, so you could conceivably make an error and be able to call that back. That's one of the key features of one of our partners, Catapult. So I don't know, business model, super cheap to use. You can go to the platform. It's live right now. It'll cost you 50 cents to build a portfolio. I want it right now. Now is the time. Low barrier to entry. So so the space can expand. We believe in crypto. I'm assuming you do too here because you're here. So if you believe in crypto, the key will be for all of us, to work together, share technology, but also to be able to say to somebody when somebody goes like, oh, I've always been into it, but I don't know where to begin. You can whip out your phone and say, TokenAI. Use this. Simple, easy, set it, forget it, long-term view, security focused, because that's important to me. Made it, lost it, done with losing it. So ultimately, things that we're having, we've been in a lot of different things because that's just getting the word out. I personally, my big success is like we've been filing mountains of paperwork. I'm really happy we have, we're official internet advisors. This is a big deal. It's like a year and a half of like stacks of paperwork, but we think long term. And if you're into this, I want you to be thinking long term too, because that's how this space is going to make a difference. And then we won't see one bull run. We won't be like, oh my God, when's the next bull run? Who cares? You'll hit 10 of them. Don't worry about the one. Think long term. So we've done a 1.2 successful SAFT round. We have, some really beautiful partnerships, met some incredible people here as well. Currently looking for the right kind of people who get the bigger vision, who are looking for a long-term view and really want to contribute to the overall well-being of this space. That's what we're up to. Just came back. Competitive advantage. Definitely, we have some AI AI algos down the road that are just beyond. I think just being in the space, right? Just doing the hard work of regulation. AI, it's part of the future. It will take all of our jobs. In fact, soon my AI will just be up here because it won't mess up like I do. Anyway, that's it. I got 5 minutes to talk about. If you want to know more about us, we're just right there. Alana, wave. Alana's over there. She's our dev. And you can also reach us, me, Lawrence, at TokenAI, or Sam at TokenAI. But I have a couple minutes for questions. So anybody? Bueller? Any thoughts? Anything you want to yak about? All right. Then I am moving on. Have a beautiful day. Feel free to reach out to us over here. We'll be here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. You've been a great crowd.